Hello, I'm Ami, the intuitive at Let Me See What We See. Thank you for listening, allowing me in your experience. Today's key focus I would like to give there in this season feature in body, mind, relation awareness is healing, healthy self-esteem. Healthy self-esteem, starting with conscious breathing exercise, the quickest meditation allowing us to resonate in mindfulness state, being current. So join me for today's Let Me See What We See. Having your favorite drinks. I have iced coffee here with actually a soy milk to go with. Very delicious. So just sit back and relax and enjoy your time connecting to yourself. This is the time for you to update, recapturing each part of you, yourself, here, now. They're in the busy work days or busy week, at the end of the day or middle of the day. You deserve that time to reconnecting, catching up with your mind, your emotion, and your physical body. One of the most quickest way to resetting ourselves is to consciously connect to our breath, oxygenation, which we do in any state. They're in a sleep state, a waking state, busy, relaxing. When we stop oxygenation, we're not gonna sustain our physical life on this planet. So the idea is to noticing that ongoing breathing patterns. And one of the information that came to my attention yesterday was that how we can use our consciousness to notice and dedicate to this simple oxygenation breathing would change our state in each level, each area. That is to our physiological environment, because the intake in oxygen is coming into more oxygen in our physical body, is the blood circulation reflected to that changes. And all these cells, the physical body, is create the changes to make it more alive. And at the same time, that will give more oxygen to our brain. Of course, it's part of our physiological cells in our brain. So that connection of that each area of our brain, the neural pathway, synapse, will be more activated so that clear mind can be delivered through this more oxygen intaken into a physiological state. And then for our emotional state, our heart feeling is also getting more relaxed. Each part of ourselves is connecting one another as a person. So how we can use this simple oxygenation for a better creation, it's totally up to us, up to you for yours, and up to me for mine. The idea is to use it consciously. Most of the time, we are unconscious. Consciousness is only a 5%. One of this easiest way to notice is when we are under stressful situation, it's like run out of time and last minute focusing. When we give a firm laser-like focus to one particular things, and sometimes we notice ourselves as stop breathing. It's like holding on our breath to do a particular moment, to give our focus, like holding on, and then release means like releasing the focus. That's so connected. So if that's the nature of our behavior pattern, and then when we are so dedicated long moments of focusing particular one thing, and the energy it's so becoming intense and carried onto our shoulders and eyes, and giving a focus is the eyes, right? Attention is given, and then sometimes we notice that our muscles are so tight, the shoulders are both sides going up and closer to our ears, and noticing a breath becoming very shallow. It's easier to notice that situation on someone else, like colleagues. They're so into it and so occupied and so stressed out, and then that person's shoulders mostly raised up, and then tight energy above chest can be seen on that person. One of these moments we recognize that, oh gee, so intense energy he or she's carrying and under stress, and then we choose to create some space or give that person a space to let that things go. So, and what about ourselves? One of these moments before the important meetings or presentation, or just stressing out, run out of time, or the crisis situation, we can make our breath to releasing, to back up to our neutral selves. So when we change the way to breathe in deeper way, and that allow us to becoming aligned, related each part, our muscles, our energetic tensions, and then also our feeling and thought, the mind and emotion, and the body. When we change our body, easily reflect into our mind and emotion. So the meditation is I also use meditation technique many ways to do that. One of which is writing meditation, which is to just simply write. And then the other is the walking meditation, which is like both eyes open and to connect to the breath and detach to ourselves and realign to that sense of self, consciously engaging with that deeper breath to releasing that energy, and the body is aligned to that release state, and then allow that particular focus to do some tasks and observe self in that detached state of beingness, and finding that sense of self and being current. So you can find anything that you feel right, but the beginning to start with, simply just engage with that deeper breath. When we use that deeper breath, normally when we under the stress, the shallow breath is doing with the chest breath, the lungs, and then exhale, inhaling to the lungs and exhale. And this one is to bring it deep down to the stomach breath, as if balloon in the stomach, and make it big, and then to let that out slowly. Intaking from the nose, bring all the way down to the stomach and circulate it entire body, and let that out slowly from the mouth. And notice that energy coming in, and imagine as if all the cells in our body is responding to this oxygen and changing each small pieces, molecules in our body as the atom is just responding to this energy, and then let that out slowly as a meditative state. And I would like to do this exercise with eyes open, wide awake, so that we can exercise anytime we need to connect to this sense of self, deeply relaxing mindfulness state. So let's do that 3 times conscious breathing exercise. And again, if you have a favorite drink in handy, I highly recommend you to sip something, so that will help us to notice where the physical presence is located. And non-physical part of us, such as mind and the feeling, easily be aligned to this physical here, now, at this present moment. Okay, so let us take a long, deep breath, eyes open, wide awake. Go now. 2, 3. Hold it. Keep it. Just observe your physical body. Which part of your body is getting your attention when you intake in the oxygen into your body? Or which part is taking or not taking your attention? Maybe your attention is taken to some mind state. And notice, is that what you are thinking is from yesterday, or from the planning for ahead, tomorrow, or a weekend, or a summer vacation, or. So just notice where you are drawn to, your physical body, or mind body, or emotional body. Alright, so again, let us take a long, deep breath, counting 3, 1, from the nose, go. The last one. This time, when you intake into all the oxygen and circulate it in your lungs and stomach, and imagine all this energy is into the blood circulating entire body, and then keep it as much as you can and let that out slowly from the mouth, along with no longer serving whatever, yourself, your memory, your emotion, your event, people, whatever that served you and no longer needed for you here now for the next. With the sound of your voice saying out. Alright? Ready? Let's do that. Counting 3, 1, taking air from the nose. Go! Thank you for taking the time for yourself. Conscious breathing exercise, the quickest meditation, aligning in mindfulness state, neutralizing self here now. I'm Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor at Let Me See What We See. I feel very natural, in the sense of natural. How about you? Hope you are relax a little bit and be open to enjoy this time for yourself and treat yourself as an important person, as a VIP, because it's indeed you're the most important person in your life, so you deserve that attention from you fully. Let my voice guide to the ideas of the energy connection of physical energy, non-physical energy, and self-manageable energy, so that once we become aware of it, we can use it as a tool for creating better situation towards your chosen goal, whatever would that be. So today's key energy focus under the theme of body, mind, relation awareness, which I've been introducing that studies and information from Dr. Mona Lisas, who is a medical doctor, PhD, psychiatrist, and brain scientist, sharing knowledge through medical practice and also from medical intuitive. She read the energy and the relationship with the physiological symptom related to non-physical part of us, such as an emotions, human emotion, the 5 basic emotions: joy, love, fear, anger and sadness, and then also our mind state. And as a human being, regardless of your culture, belief, religious belief, personal preference, however, as a human being, we need each other, and living in a society needs the similar component to live life as a well-being. So introducing has studied an idea here to learn about ourselves, which help us create more success in your career, your relationship with family, work, co-worker, friends, lover, money, health, anything that to come to your awareness, that giving us an opportunity to grow as a better beingness. It's nice to have an information. Knowledge is the power in some level, and applying that knowledge is the true power. That's what I say. However, the good start to being open to new ideas and something new, so that we can expand our awareness and learn about own preference and own value, and strengthening the power of self-manageable energy to navigate for ideal direction, following right action. So today's key focus of the day is healthy self-esteem. Especially this is related to the sixth energy center, which is located in the forehead. The organ would be eyes and ears, which is the hearing by ear, and eyes capturing the information around us. That is the perceptions, and these organs are brain connected. How we perceive and how we process that information came to us, and build our own database. And then according to that database, we respond based on the perception. How we perceive is according to this database, which is unique to each one of us. And this brain and eyes and hearing, ears, are the dominant sensor that capturing the information and are also processing the information to create that perception based on a perception. Part of it, the main function. And also the imaginations and creativity. These brain is capable to processing these information also. And our eyes are the 80% of the information we normally get in using our human sensors. 5 human sensors: see, smell, hear, taste, and touch. So the eyes are the dominant. So it's quite an important area for us human being to live life. So the healthy self-esteem is the sense of self, the power, which is located in actually the stomach area, that sense of wellness and trust in self-love, self-esteem. So here is the unhealthy self-esteem thought related to the energy area, 6 energy center, the brain, eyes, and ears. I'm not smart enough to succeed. I'm not smart enough to succeed. The healthy thought is when I balance my creativity with discipline and flexibility, I always succeed. When I balance my creativity with discipline and flexibility, I always succeed. I personally having experience, it's difficult for me to trust one particular area. It almost became a trauma until I found out my own unique brain style, which is dyslexia. So when I was in school, it's very hard for me to trust in my ability to do the spelling. It's always backward or mess up. So when this continuously perceiving as a wrong information input your eyes are getting, it's really challenging to trusting what you see is appropriate order. So that as a secondary damage from that unique brain style, the self-esteem started to doubt about own ability, the way you perceive in particular area. So that's one of the challenge that I had when I was until I discovered my unique brain style. And then such a relief to learn about, oh gee, this is not my fault. I was born as is. So, however, realize that how deeply that fact is causing the emotional body a damage, which is the self-esteem. It's hard to trust in self. So the trust in self is the hard things, and how can I trust others? So the trust became a challenge because of that physiological uniqueness. We are all connected. So I am not smart enough to succeed. From that me, before discovering my uniqueness, was thinking this way. I'm not smart enough to succeed. Always the spell is horrible, hard to remember number orders, short circuit to memorize. It's the style. It's just similar to a flexible body or a stiff body. Some people are born very flexible with the bone structure. No need to practice every day to practice yoga pose. But some people are really stiff, and even every day doing little by little, it's hard to become flexible as a yoga teacher. So we are born in some nature, and accepting as is acknowledging is a very important starting point to getting to know about ourselves instead of punching into self-damaging as in a self-esteem, low self-esteem. And one of the quickest way to assess our self-esteem level is to listen ourselves when we make a mistake. What do you say when you make a mistake? If you're saying like, gee, idiot, or the stupid, how stupid I am. You know, one of these words, how do you say to yourself when you make a mistake? And that is the quickest way to evaluate the level of your self-esteem, or it's easy to notice someone else is saying when you notice they're making mistake. So according to Dr. Mona Lisa's sharing here is that, yeah, we all have different intellectual abilities, but we all have the creativity to use the resources around us to succeed. Woody Allen once said 80% of success is showing up. 80% is success is showing up. That's so true. We could have an IQ of 160, but if we lack discipline and follow through, we'll never succeed. To do so, we need to have that flexibility and optimism to survive life's ups and downs. When we balance creativity with discipline and flexibility, we can always succeed. Thank you, Dr. Mona Lisa. That's so true. Yeah, 80% is to show up. Even if you have a wonderful muscles and to amazing physiological ability to do something like the athletic movement, but didn't show up on the track to run, or didn't show up to gymnast to practice every day, you're never going to be an Olympian. So the availability and ability to continuously dedicating to practice or becoming better, train to build one by one to the success is needing. And as many lives area is similar, that there is an ups and down being part of that nature. It's the raining days and then sunny days. It's the storm and the rainbow. So it's just the life's journey. It's going to going to the mountain, and then going down is very relaxed path to go there. Isn't that pretty much the same to going through it? So the idea is how we can manage that challenging energy is the stiff or the storm. How we're going to enjoy the storm and to continuously dedicate to that chosen path. Even with the high IQ person, as an 160 with no discipline, means zero success. That's the equation. So high IQ or low IQ, but the flexibility, and then also the creativity. Regardless of the intellectual ability, it's unique to each one of us, but we all have a creativity to create something. Any kind of creativity. It's the idea to use that, create that thought, create ideas to make it come together, to create a life. We all have that creativity. It's a human gift. They use it to create, noticing the resources, to make something new. So create success. We can all have that creativity and use it to unique, available intellectual ability. On top of that, continuous dedication, the flexibility and optimism. That's one of the things I was so challenged. That again, that's the flexibility is the open-minded and be open to there's other way to do it, not only this way, your way, or his way. You know, there's many other way possibly to do that. That flexibility, imbalance, and optimism. Kesela being part of that something larger flow is on us, right? And still blending your intellectual ability and the creativity, dedicating to create with openness, flexibly, and optimism. Well, it's storm, so let's just enjoy the rain and take a nap. For example, instead of working so hard under the rain, and so just that optimism to survive life. I think it's the good example is imagine the bamboo, so resilient, like so bending, easy, flexible, and then still go straight towards the sky, grow flexibly. That's a strength, and that's perhaps that we want to embody for our own success towards the sky with knowing, trusting, own ability to create and your intellectual ability to dedicate, build discipline continuously with the balance in flexibility, optimism, healthy thought. When I balance my creativity with discipline and flexibility, I always succeed. When I balance my creativity with discipline and flexibility, I always succeed. Unhealthy thought is I am not smart enough to succeed. I am not smart enough to succeed. Some people I see in my clients that perfectionist to achieve the high quality, there is a refined, distilled effort to make it shine so perfect shape and everything, make it perfect. That's the best. That's the evaluation and standard for some level. And shooting for that is, of course, it's very important. High creativity, refined quality as a success. However, we must accept the unsuccessful is the perfect successful human. If we do be as a perfect, and we are challenging our human beingness. Make mistake is part of the perfect human beingness. And because of the perfectionism, we sometimes punch into our belly and damaging our self-esteem. How come I'm not enough? How come I'm not smart? How come I cannot do blah blah blah? Are you familiar with that? So maybe we want to back off and nurturing the part of our beauty and make a balance out of it. Because giving a focus and then back off a little bit, holding the breath, and then deep breath to make a balance. The contrast is very important. And just too much focus and tight energy, forgot about breathe, and then some part of us die and losing balance. So finding your balance and to contrast in align to joy. Because noticing that not enough part as a room for you to become better, room for you to grow. Some people just started new things and then say, damn, I'm so not good at this. Hello, this is your day first, right? If you can do it perfectly at the day first day at your job, and how come all these people doing for 10 years, 20 years, it's still doing it, right? Are you that so harsh to yourself? That's another way to look at that self-esteem, like too perfectionism and being accepted as a human being. However, once we do it again and again and again and again, human has an amazing gift to become better no matter what. So one step at a time, and here. Enjoy each process, each dedication. How you can enjoy that process is determine your success. The success is determined by you. When you stop doing it, you give it failure. As long as you are continuing doing it, it will take you to the destination chosen by you. Automatic. I'm Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor. So all this journey is starting from become aware, getting to know more about you, and to exercise how we can manage each energy, self-manageable energy, physical energy, non-physical energy, with the awareness, strengthening our awareness, reminding personal power to use your power to make it better. If you're interested into this exercise, please join my online class. Going to www.livewithclarity.com, livewithclarity.com, and sign up the invitation list. So that will help me invite you when I start the new class to exercising awareness stretch and walk out our energy managing capability, reminding personal power. Thanks for joining and listening. I'm Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor. I see you next time. Until then, you have a wonderful creation and live with clarity. Bye!